Hey guys, welcome to another Get Ready With Me. So today, as I promised, I'm going to be doing a follow-up to the Egg Pore Blackhead Extractor from Tony Moly. I don't have any makeup on. This is what my face looks like without any makeup, as you know, if you've been watching my videos. And I'm just going to be concentrating on the pore area. We're going to use a magnifying lens so that you can really see, what it looks like. I'll talk to you a little bit about, my impressions for the week. First, I'm gonna take a picture of my nose right now to see what it looks like. And I've been touching it. It feels kind of sandpapery. So there's definitely some blockage there. I mean, from the very first time that I took a picture compared to this after 2 weeks treatment, I do see a difference in the darkness of the pores. I think they were a lot darker when I first did it and they were more bumpus. Now they seem to be a little smaller. So let's see how much of a difference we can create today by using the masks again. So I'm gonna be using the Blackhead Steam Balm first. It hasn't even been 10 seconds and it's already feeling kind of warm. I'm gonna put more. Alexa, set a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
Okay, so yesterday actually at night I watched I think it's called The World of Jake Paul, which is the newest addition to the 8-part series in Shane Dawson's documentary. I am a little confused about where the series is going and Shane's intention with the series. It's kind of weird because, it started out with trying to diagnose him as a sociopath or creating a case for why this kid would be a sociopath. Then they went into his family, the people that used to work with him, and now this is the first episode where they actually meet him and hang out with him for a bit. The whole time that I was watching the video, I was like, please stop putting dramatic songs because it's distracting from what actually is happening in the video, if you know what I'm saying. If something is happening and he's having a conversation with Jake and you put dramatic music stops to it, you're making it seem like every sentence is something to be afraid of or concerned about. It kind of just tells the viewers hey, you should think this about this. It doesn't leave it open for people to make their own decisions, if you know what I mean. And I think that's what most people are frustrated about. But don't get me wrong, I am really enjoying the series. It's a lot of fun to look at and it's kind of fun to see a YouTuber take on a documentary like this, as if they were a big company. So in the last portion, they were showing more Team 10. And if you know anything about Jake Paul, you know that he had a Team 10 before, and now it's all these new people and they're just, hanging out around the house and filming stunts and creating content for their channel. It looks like a business in there. It looks like they're doing everything to create as often as they can and to encourage each other to push the boundaries as much as they can. There wasn't anything extremely out of line. There was a lot of jackassy moments with one of his friends, roommates or whatever, with the mouse traps. He was trying to copy a Jackass video, and there were a couple of careless moments where we find out that the guy that's doing the mouse traps doesn't have insurance. Well, to me, it seemed like he was an exhibitionist because he was doing it because the cameras were on him, and that pushed him to be more aggressive with his stunt. And meanwhile, Jake was just talking to Shane, he was answering some questions, just, kind of trying to understand what's going on a little bit, but very, very little. They were introduced to Erica, is that her name? And Erica is being portrayed as this mediator between, the channel and Jake in real life, and she's supposedly this person that really helps him understand what's going on. Personally, what I took from the episode is, Jake's 21, he's been thrown into this life of YouTube video making and he's trying to do the best that he can with it. And somewhere in there, he kind of forgot to grow up and he's been a little disconnected, from reality or from regular life in a way. Because you can kind of see it in his stare and his voice and his demeanor, you know, there are parts of him that misses times and appreciates times that, you know, he's proud of. And he just looks really, really tired. You know, either he's really, really tired because, as he said, he hasn't, oh wow, it's already time. Alexa, stop. Hasn't had the chance to take some time off and just be by himself. And, you know, he is hanging out with a lot of people that are paid to be there, you know? So they are paid to be his friend in a way. And that can be a little confusing if you're growing up and you're, you know, you haven't developed your social skills fully, you know? And you're only 21. So you can only imagine like the type of, you know, the type of things that he's learning from these people, you know? And I just hope I personally, you know, like if there's a problem in his life and he's like, you know, unfulfilled with what he's doing, I just hope that he finds his way and finds a way to be happy doing what he does and still have a feeling that he is, you know, growing as a human being. So we'll see what happens in part 6, 7, and 8. I was a little upset on the preview that they're gonna talk to this chick named Melissa and they're gonna bring all this drama that happened before, because it just seems like, you know, like a People magazine drama. Like, why would you talk to people that, you know, were involved before and then you want to find out things just to kind of bring up and open up wounds that there's basically just drama. These kids are like 20, 21 years old. Like, how insightful can they be at the end of the day? You know what I mean? How much insight do they have to their actions, and how much can we trust them, you know, and how much can we believe that the things they're saying are because they really felt that way, as opposed to because they want to try to, you know, fix or maintain their image. It's very confusing. Like, I always had that in the back of my head when I'm watching these documentaries. I'm gonna go watch this off and we're gonna see what, you know, what happened. Okay, cool, so let's see. Okay, so it looks a little darker, probably because it's taken out all the gunk out of the pores and it's exposing the pores at their original size, you know, without the gunk in it. So now I'm gonna use a tightening pack and see if it makes it a little better. Oh my god, it looks like an egg. I never noticed that, like, it's yellow like an egg. Okay, so the other fun thing that happened this week was Banksy's art auction. I don't know if you guys know who Banksy is, but he's like the street artist and he's super, super popular. He's known for his like happenings. They're like public stunts, but in the art world we would refer to them as like a performance, like a public performance or an ethereal art installation. Okay, so with these type of arts, you know, it's just something that happens at a point in time, and once it's gone, and it's not something that you can purchase, you know, per se. It's like something for the artist to do. They can get some notoriety from it, from critics that write about it online, or they can be commissioned to do something like this. So what they were doing is they were auctioning off a Banksy piece, you know, which is like one of his graffiti pieces where there's a little girl and she's letting go of a balloon that's shaped like a heart and it's flying away. So everybody's bidding on it because like Banksy has been around for years and years and years and is getting a lot of notoriety. He's done things like, you know, hang his paintings at the Louvre, you know, for free because, you know, to prove a point that, you know, you don't have to make it as an artist. If you really want your painting in the Louvre, just grab your painting, some double-sided tape, put it in the Louvre. And he does a lot of like graffiti. He vandalizes, you know, some billboards, you know, things like that, but in a very hilarious way. If you guys get a chance to look it up, you can see all his work online. He's also known for not giving away who he is, so nobody knows what he looks like, who he is, you know, and only the people that work with him are the people dealing with people that want to work with him. So at the auction, you know, everyone's bidding for this piece, and it's like an iconic piece because it was one of the first pieces that, you know, gained notoriety. And once they reach a winner, and the winner is like about to pay like 1.7 million for this like small tiny piece of art, the art fucking shreds itself in the paper shredding machine that's installed at the bottom. And it just comes down and then it shreds like all the way. and it's basically destroyed. You know, that's it. Like, you can't have it because it's destroyed. And it was hilarious to me. I don't know if the person that, you know, won it got angry or something. I hope they didn't, you know, because if they know about art, they would understand why that was done. I feel like Banksy did that because the art system that we have right now, you know, how people purchase art, how people sell it, how it's acquired, and the reasons as to why they're acquired, a lot of the times are not because of the art and the artist and what they're trying to do. It's actually because it's an investment for people. So if you think about it, like, if I have a lot of money and I'm like, I don't know what to do with my money. I have stocks, I have houses, I have everything that I need. What can I invest my money on to make more money in the future? A lot of people that have a lot of money, they invest it in art. They'll buy a piece of art, they'll keep it for years and years and years. The value of the art is going to go up and up if the artist is proliferating. And if the artist dies, then it goes up by a lot, and that's when they sell it. So that kind of culture of art collecting is something that could be frowned upon, just because it doesn't really encourage artists to like break out of the box, do something new. You know, like, it kind of sends a message like, hey, if you made it and you have a couple of pieces and you're still having like museum showings, exhibitions, people are still buying your art, you can just keep creating the same fucking images that you've been creating. There's no reason for you to break out of your shell or be, you know, anything more that you are, because you already made it and people are sure to buy your pieces, you know. So when the monetary gains come into play, it really changes that artist's focus. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they become great artists and they just forget about the money and stuff. But that's where the system, I mean, that's where the power is in the system in terms of money. And that's how things are being pushed around. Alexa, stop. So the fact that he would do that, you know, at an auction house in front of tons of people, you know, to send out this message, I thought it was genius. It's amazing. And it was probably one of the funniest things I've witnessed in art in a long time. So thank you, Banksy. That was amazing. I'm gonna go wash this off and then we'll see what a difference it made. Okay, so I've removed the mask and now we're gonna see what it looks like. Just so you know, I did use a blackhead extractor, like one of those tweezer things, to kind of remove the excess dead skin that was just sitting in the surface and to kind of help out push out, you know, loosen sebum from my pores. So you'll see a little bit of redness, but you know. Okay, it doesn't look as bad. It actually looks like it's extracting a lot. The nose looks a little bit more even. There is some redness to it, but you can tell that like the pores are getting smaller week by week, you know, of using this. So I'll definitely keep it up. And hopefully like in a couple of weeks it'll be 100% gone, even though I don't think that'll happen. But there is an improvement between the three pictures, so I'm very satisfied. As a customer of Tony Moly, Little Tokyo Represent, that got one product and got the second product for free, I am 100% satisfied. Okay guys, so that was, actually let me get my cat and then we'll close out the video. Okay guys, so that was it for Get Ready With Me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And like I said, if you want to continue this discussion or you want to add to the topics discussed in this video, you can comment down below. Like, I always reply. So, and it would be fun to see what other people are thinking. I hope you guys also enjoyed the Egg Pore Follow Up. I will be doing another follow up next week and see how much you'll close it. And yeah, and that's it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. If you do subscribe, don't forget to ring the bell button so you know when I have new videos. And don't forget to like and share the video. I'll see you guys on the next one.